Peace, peace. We'll make this quick. Uh, wow, so much has happened, man. Over the course of a month, I guess we all see like all the crazy shit, and you know, kids out here hungry, goddamn, same old shit every day. You know what I mean? And then it's like you realize like this a whole like rigged system and shit. Shout out to Greedy Vegan, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you really look at like just the full picture, the full spectrum, like you know what I'm saying? Like I've totally just let go of shit like freely, like my whole mental, like I just saw like you let go of your mental and the real you starts to live and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's like a constant battle between the world that is, you feel me, like that you go to war against because it goes against your moralities. You know what I mean? Like things that that's moral instead of immoral. You know what I'm saying? Because like you feel me? Like the world is has become more and more immoral, and it don't matter where you at. You feel me? On this bitch, you know, all the nations. And shout out to Dark Chameleon. You know what I mean? He said it. It makes sense. No matter if you in China, Russia, fucking, uh, no matter where you at, everybody that's a part of this reality is going through the same shit, just dressed in a different way. You feel me? And so now, as luck may have it, you feel me? I'm I'm accepting love of myself, of me now being unplugged. I love my energy, and I love the fact that there are other brothers and sisters out here that seeks that love, that energy, that vibe, that natural shit. Like if you see somebody in need, you sense it, you feel it, and when you do that, you don't gloat about it. You just do it. You know what I'm saying? Because like at the end of the day, it's like you know what I'm saying. Like that could be me and shit. You know, like that literally could be me in the shoes of a homeless man. You know what I mean? Or my mom or auntie or uncle, somebody. Like that. That is getting more and more the norm. Like, growing up, you feel me, in the early '90s and shit, late '80s, early '90s, you had homeless people. You know, there was homeless people. People call them a bum or whatever, and even it's synonymous with. They even got like a whole look of what they would call a man that's homeless in raggedy clothes or whatever. He has a long stick with a sackcloth bag hanging, walking with it. You know what I'm saying? Like that imagery, or that conceptualization of the poor people. Because now homelessness, like America is riddled with homelessness, riddled with homelessness. You know, and you have an increase of more violence and crime. You know, be it made that these criminals, some of them foolishly do it just in greed, scamming and all that type shit. You know what I'm saying? Instead of them, okay, you know what? I'm finna fucking go hustle. I'm finna go dig a ditch for my family. Motherfuckers would rather scam and do fraud shit, right? You stealing from your brother, you know what I'm saying? Just to get the fucking money and go buy a car and shit or Gucci's and Louis Vuittons and shit, as if like you some gangster thug shit. You feel me? Like the whole personification of this whole world within the world, and I'm talking about the rap industry now. Cause see, back in the late '80s, early '80s, you had the conscious rap, like you know what I'm saying, like when niggas and it was really like you feel me, hey, Big Brother, you know what I'm saying, and going against you feel me the government. Why were they going against the government in the '60s? Huey P. Nuisance, Huey P. Newton, and all them other political prisoners, the real ones that got locked up because of the Jim Crow laws. Because like if we go back to the '60s, we go back to the '50s and the '40s, we go back mentally through the history that they kept to teach us. We saw that the rules of this nation was to oppress and suppress people of color, particularly the people that was already on these lands. We can look at the Oklahoma City original bombing. When the United States government, and what I mean by United States government, I'm talking about organization or organized crime, syndicates. When we talk about the Ku Klux Klan, that whole shit with the Arabian shit, dressed in the clothes, understanding that they took shit that don't belong to them and were taught certain structures and certain dealings and whatever. But anyhow, nonetheless, here we are in 2023, and the black man and black woman is asunder even a greater crime being done to them. The crimes of one in the 80s when the music and the energy of the black man and black woman that certain and they introduced crack cocaine. Before then it was the heroin. We're going back, during the Ray Charles era, the heroin. You understand? Because they took, listen now, these certain things that grow naturally in nature, the coca plant. Like think about it, there are no coca plants growing in the United States of America. Where are they grown? Now, how can you have a whole law, a whole system, understand the numbers of what that system takes and makes every year? How is it that the United States government knows that the crack cocaine industry organization is a $10 billion a year goddamn profits? How the fuck do they know that if it's supposed to be illegal and over? And think, how is it getting here? Do y'all want to like see the ancestors? In my mind, it just hit me. The people that's coming across the border, they don't think about it. The borders, man. Listen, you gotta understand. The police departments are that judiciary system, and what we're witnessing. Watch it with the Donald Trump situation. Don't get caught up in the. Don't get caught up in the romanticizing of what's being showed on television. But look behind what's really being shown. They are trying on the world stage. Just watch it. Don't get caught up in the scruples of the whole case, but just look at before our eyes a president of the United States is being judged on TV as if Donald Trump is still a president. They still call Obama a president. So here we go. Now, when you see all of that, now everything is intricately put together, the systems, the structures, poverty that is implored. Huh? They have a whole system for poor people. Think about it. Instead of bringing people out of poverty, oh, well, you have workforce labor camps. Yeah, we'll get you a job that pays $6 an hour. But and then you're placed in the system, have to pay taxes on that $16,000, $17,000 a year, getting taxed for it. You don't have any money, so you're taxing me. And then knowing that I'm an individual and I see a world that I can have. And you say, well, if you work 30, 40 years, maybe you might make it one day. In a system that was taken from our ancestors, and now I gotta pay or buy back into some shit that we already had because you blew them up. They bombed the cities in Oklahoma City. They bombed them from airplanes. They have whole pictures of this shit. Roswell, the Mississippi burnings, are all, I believe, and I think this is history that has not been revealed, but will soon be revealed, that United States government did a terrorist act on the people of America back in that time. They should be charged with terrorist acts. All those people, your people from your Lyndon B. Johnson eras and all that, they families who are all, and even the United States government and the CIA and all these alphabet government groups that know and hit it and still hit it to this day. Don't you think about it? The Martin Luther King and his family, they sued, what, $1 million? But see, you got to think about it. $1 million back then in those times. Oh yeah, you give me just don't talk about it. Just you know. And here we are in 2023. All the women filling their butt up with the amniotic sacs and all that stuff of babies and shit that they injecting in their butts, you know, and filling their lips up with the Botox shit, with the stem cell research, the same shit. And if you look it up, and shout out to Mutulu Shakur, you know what I'm saying? All the shit, all the terrorist acts that are presently going on right now against the people of America. All the poisons. You see, they don't talk about the poisonous fire shit that happened up there in Ohio, huh? Yeah. They don't show you what's really going on in Hawaii, huh? Yeah, they don't show you that. They show you, but they don't show you. Peace and love.